thumb can move you, it can move you to tears. Beautiful melody that tickles my ears. Don't think of heaven or a God in the sky. My soul will sing forever when I die. Oh, enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. Does chaos rule? Does order reign? Depends on whom you choose to blame. Designed it all but was left to chance. Create, destroy with just one glance. Enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. I'll walk around a mile in your shoes if you won't be afraid to lend me yours to use. And hold your tongue before you accuse a friend for cheating if you lose. Enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. Does chaos rule? Does order reign? Depends on whom you choose to blame. Designed it all but was left to chance. Create, destroy with just one glance. Oh, enigmatic entity giving rise to eyes through which I see. Why will they never ever feel your pain? Why do they fear that we're all the same? Transparent skull, you can see my brain, and we'll all get wet if it should ever rain. Oh, enigmatic entity
welcoming you. Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Colossal Championship Wrestling Titans, episode number 3 of the 3rd season. And since we're doing the 3rd of the 3rd, well, it's only fair that we see about a third of the competition getting underway as we go straight to our first contest of the evening here in the Colossal in Auckland, New Zealand. Well, would you look at that? See that the escorts are out in full because, ladies and gentlemen, one contest is a 4-on-4 person tag team bout scheduled for 1 fall. Interesting, the competitors first, climbing his way down now, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in tonight at 266 pounds, Danny Pumpkin. Well, thanks for the follow, I suppose, but evidently White Spot did not appreciate your stuff, so I'ma just trust the bot. Danny Pumpkin though, here in this 4-person, or this 8-person tag rather, as you can just hear my phone yelling out. There we go, we've dealt with that phone. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, now introducing his tag team partners first, climbing his way down the aisle, weighing tonight at 238 pounds, he is the Flaming Dragon, Leo Kobayashi. That's the sort of charts we'll be hearing if Leo Kobayashi has his way here in Colossal Championship Wrestling. Did alright in his debut performance against the Anomaly. Was ended in victory, but he fell short to the Natural in a very, very hard-hitting quarterfinal match. in the number one contendership tournament for the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their third teammate, climbing his way down the aisle, weighing in tonight at 228 pounds. He is the Godfather, Tomoda Dragon. Tamura Dragon making his way into the Colossal. Very dangerous veteran here in CCW. It did not manage to make it past the newly crowned ACW Women's World Champion May in the first round, but perhaps here in his second appearance in the third season, he could get some valuable, much needed momentum. Only one way to find out, I suppose, and that is keep on keeping on. He's hopped inside the ring, and these four men have not been told who they're facing, and that is a bit of a spoiler, but it is four men on this team. About to see the arrival of the fourth teammate here on Red Corner's side. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their tag team partner, trying to make his way down now, weighing in tonight at 250 pounds, Wesley Reed. And now the fourth participant, the fourth teammate for the Red Corner has been revealed. It's a randomly large collection of some of the friendlier faces here in CCW. Say friendlier. Tamura Dragon's still quite spooky. Danny Pumpkin is literally a walking pumpkin man, and Leo Kobayashi and Wesley Reed respectively could both knock your block off. So they're friendlier faces here in CCW, but that is the caliber of competition we have. Let's see who they're facing. See who's out first for their opponents. Don't know if we're going to be having to wait for all four of these opponents to do an entrance. I suspect what's about to happen is about to happen. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their opponents. Climbing their way down now, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in tonight at a total combined weight of 1,005 pounds. The team of Paulo Jr., Hank Allen, Buckwheat, Andy Cook, reigning and defending CCW Openweight Champion, Angus Wyatt. They are destined. Well, 1,005 pounds, making its collective arrival here. What could very well be a domineering display of, well, teamwork, really. Now, here we go. 982 pounds for our assorted, the red corner, the red team, shall we go with. The rapid pinfalls between the two biggest men of their respective sides. Danny Pumpkin, at least physically, is the largest man on his side. But 1,005 versus 982, and I suspect that extra 23-pound difference can be found in Angus Wyatt. course, he individually weighs 369 pounds, and none else matches that weight limit here in CC Dub. So Danny Pumpkin just stomping a mud hole in Angus Wyatt. I think this is the first time we've seen all 4 members of Destined on the same side, and oh my god. Oh, dropkick into Fredliner, and Angus just leaping out of there. He's not happy, and neither is Hank Allen. Kicks away that strike. Went to pick the leg, but gets caught the kicks instead. Catches that leg, gets caught the knee, rising up to the underside of his jaw. Now, axe kick, a high angle. Kick, arm strike, shoulder roll, no. Knee drop. Oh, knee driving into the arms, and now Danny Pumpkin tag back in to Moto Dodagon. Put down the undisputed future of French professional wrestling, and he ducked. Swept the legs and springboard drop kick. Hank Allen back in it. Danny Pumpkin on his gut. Now on his back flat and going to be lifted to a seated position so that he can. Oh, no. Arm ring. Clutch. Oh, God. And just lets go of it before he can escape. Put some more punishment on. Different style of submission now. Bow and arrow incoming. Stretching a Pumpkin across his knees, the smaller back getting bent in half, and let's go that one too. Hank Allen just carving up Daddy Pumpkin here. I was going to say dissecting, but carving up felt more appropriate. And double axe handle from the top. Now away from the ropes. Hank Allen high kick. Mid-section kick. Oh my god, combination of kicks, and for those that didn't catch ATWE Mega Clash pay-per-view in the meantime, you might have already noticed a spoiler, but when they made their way to the ring, there was only one championship around their collective waist for the Destined, and that's because in what was frankly a ridiculous Iron Team match, 30 minutes between Destined and the Sacktown Outlaws, where there were 20 fools gathered, but unfortunately for Destined, majority of those belonged to Jeffrey and T-Dog, meaning that they were new tag team champions of ATWE World Variety, crowned at Mega Clash. Though we've since learned that, oh god, Fredliner by Hank Allen. How do you like it, Danny Pumpkin, says the French Iron Man. Now just elbow in the knees, god. Since learnt that the tag team unit of Hank Allen and Buckwheat will be the men representing Destined for the eventual rematch clause, which I suppose the logic being that Hank and Buckwheat did beat Paulo and Angus in the lead up to Mega Clash. The first time Paulo Jr. had actually been pinned or submitted this year, and oh my god, Danny Pumpkin feet on the ropes. Paulo Jr. does not look happy, but Danny Pumpkin does not care. Into the red corner. Pulls him out. Oh, slaps him in. Lucha Libre from the Pumpkin. Oh god. The wrist held on to. And then the drop kick. That could dislocate out his shoulder the way he did that. And oh, went for the Shining Wizard, but Paulo Jr. just absorbing a blow, really. Now kick to the midsection. Got him up. Yo, god, into the DDT. Oh, thrust kick by Buckwheat, springboard moonsault. His vertical leap to get onto the top rope to hit that springboard out of nowhere, and Buckwheat looking fly in the Destined colours, floating into the ring, and Ice Whip sends him off the ropes. Duck down. Oh god, roll through. Oh, big kick across the sternum. turned around and now puts him right in the center of the ring. Tomorrow Donegal not looking good, and Hank Allen Bullet Jr. nodding on with approval as Buckwheat tags in the ambiguous Savage. They may be facing next time on Titans for the Openweight Championship, but tonight Angus, Wyatt, and Buckwheat are a united front. It's 982 pounds aligned against Destined. Oh god, just a boot kicks him out the sky and then tags back in Buckwheat as the woozy Tamura Donegal gets caught now. Off the rope, ducked down, off the ref. And, oh god, German suplex out of nowhere. And, oh god, Gator roll. The Whitlock into hit scissor. Oh, gut red. And just looking right at Hank Allen as he does this gut red suplex. Like, yeah, buddy, I can do that too, kid. Now dragging him away from the ropes. Repositioning it, pulling him to his feet. Knee to the midsection. Super kick, no. Kick to the midsection. Powerbomb. Position. And oh, tag in Wesley Reed. Alley-oop into the face buster. Tag in, here comes Hank Allen. Hank wants his piece. Oh, kicks the legs out from underneath him. Springboard drop kick. Hank Allen's like, how dare you do gut wrenches? This is my family's moves. And Danny Bumpkin back in. This is how gut wrench. Powerbomb. So safe, Hank Allen. Away from the ropes, just punching Tamura. Now into the bin. Ref should have been administering a 5 count to Tamura if you ask me, but Hank Allen kicking him in the midsection. Stomping in the back of the head. Oh my god. Whoop. Gut wrench. Floating him around, just tossing him around, gut wrenching him. Suplex tossed really after gut wrench. 1, 2, 3. And frankly, not the most shocking thing in the world that Destin managed to emerge victorious here, but ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners. The team of Hank Allen, Buckwheat, Paulo Jr., and Angus Wyatt. Destined. Well, destined for greatness, so safe. The catchphrase, and that is certainly seeming to be the case, at least here in CCW. As we see Buckwheat go for his third straight victory, but now, after the confusing circumstances at the finish of at the conclusion, I should say, of the last episode of Titans, we now move on to something I didn't think I'd be saying. We now move on to a match for the First Blood Championship here in CCW. As, well, frankly, bafflingly. Caleb Adams somehow managed to get back the CCW First Blood Championship. And he'll be defending it here in a last blood match. And Jared Wolf seemingly picking up some new representation. We'll find out more about that as the match gets underway, you have to assume. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, final contest is a last blood match where the goal of the contest is to be the last person to not bleed. The winner of this match will be declared the CCW First Blood Champion. Introducing the competitors first, the challengers. Currently makes way down now, being accompanied to the ring by Cheated Logan Drake. Weighing in tonight at 219 pounds, representing Logan Drake Industries Incorporated, Jared Wolf. And Logan Drake Industries Limited, not Incorporated, don't know what they were announced this on about, has acquired a new wrestler, new management for Jared Wolf, that's for sure. He doesn't necessarily look so pleased about the glasses and armband, but he's got a new person in his corner, and I feel like this may be a new continuation of the theme of Direction X in Season 2, where Chip Douglas pulled together two of the more dangerous competitors and made a splash here in Colossal Championship Wrestling as a manager. I think that Logan Drake of Logan Drake Industries Limited is looking to do the same. Hello Cleaver, welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing the second challenger, climbing his way down now, weighing in tonight at 205 pounds, being accompanied to the ring by and representing the Black Chapel. He is the Sky Demon, Ghostman. The Black Chapel doth have a new member. Seems that Jared Wolf not the only person seeking new allies here in Colossal Championship Wrestling. Alongside Championship Gold, Ghostman has Severus Crowley and Onyx now in his corner. Those two nut jobs have picked up a Sky Demon to join the church, I guess. This is a curious selection of wrestlers thus far, and it doesn't stop there, because here comes our next challenger, our final challenger really. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing the first and final challenger, climbing his way down now, weighing in tonight at 300 pounds, being accompanied to the ring by Melissa Blackwell, representing the nation, Steffi. This is the first and last time we'll be seeing members of the nation other than Veronica Showtime, because she's scheduled for a 2 out of 3 falls Hell in a Cell match later on tonight. There will be no interference from either Stagnation or the Nation. It'll be a merit-based affair. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing the champion, currently makes way down now, weighing in tonight at 228 pounds, he is somehow the current reigning and defending CCW First Blood Champion, Caleb Adams. And well, Caleb Adams was meant to just be kind of like seeing if he could get another title shot for his client in Blake Bishop. Last week was CCW management kind of just threw him a bone because Blake Bishop had started making noises that whilst he did get a shot at the ATWE World Heavyweight Championship, courtesy of his winning the ATWE CCW King of the Ring, he never did get one at the CCW World Heavyweight Championship, despite the King of the Ring tournament only making you eligible to challenge one of the championships of your choice. But suppose he didn't feel like he got a fair lick against Daydreamer, but when you had questionable management like Caleb Adams, it wasn't necessarily shocking that he lost the match with how Caleb Adams was handling things. So when CCW management said, oh yeah, sure, whatever, go ahead Caleb, if you can beat Joseph Anarchy, we'll give Blake the shot. Not only did he bust open Joseph Anarchy and inadvertently just recreate and reintroduce the CCW First Blood Championship, he also went on and defeated our CCW World Heavyweight Champion. And CCW management didn't really want to encourage Caleb Adams' behaviour too much, so as was agreed upon, they're letting Blake Bishop challenge in the main event tonight for the World Championship, whilst as just a bonus because they didn't want to hear any other nonsense out of Caleb Adams. They said, if you'd like your CCW First Blood Championship to be reinstated, then go for it. And well, Caleb Adams was a bit hesitant, but he said yes, and now he's defending it in his last blood contest against three very dangerous competitors. He gets caught in the knee lift by Jared Wolf, and Melissa Blackwell sliding in a light tube. Siffy dropping Ghostman, and Caleb Adams catching Siffy with the light tube. Melissa Blackwell just gave the opponent a weapon, and it was immediately used on Siffy. That is the most dastardly luck in the world. Leapfrog by Adams in the ring, and oh, a punch quite low. Referee David watching a handspring, Pele kick inside the ring. In goes Jared Wolf and Siffy now. Three of these competitors will be busted open. The last one remaining will become the First Blood Champion. We're yet to see if the rather ridiculous rules of the First Blood Championship will be persistent and consistent with last season, wherein such, if Caleb Adams gets busted open by someone, even if it's not a title match for the First Blood Championship, even if he's not an active competitor, but if the champion, should we say, in case Caleb doesn't retain here, if the champion gets busted open, no matter what match it is, no matter who did it, that person becomes the new CCW First Blood Champion. That was the ridiculous rule set we had in place previously, and that's, I believe, how Caleb Adams became the champion. Not because he was a challenger, but just because by happenstance he busted open the right person. Punch midsection. Oh god, knee to the elbow. That's a nasty connection point for both Adams and Siffy on the outside as Ghostman to the top rope. Moonsault. Oh my god, inverted 450. 154 and then a good run to Siffy. Now, calling Wolf to his feet is Ghostman. Springboard. Power bombs about the sky, Jared Wolf. Oh god, on the outside. G2H. But Siffy not bleeding in. Oh god, smash match. Logistical question just now occurring to me. How do we know if Ghostman's bleeding? Is this an honor system from the Black Chapel? And ladies and gentlemen, Jared Wolf has been busted open and therefore eliminated. And I don't know if Logan Drake of Logan Drake Industries Limited knows that, because he was just encouraging Jared Wolf. Jared Wolf stumbling away. He's pouring blood now from his head, and Logan Drake does not look happy. He's taken off the turnbuckle pad. Logan, just leave. Leave, Logan Drake. Oh god, oh, lights, sleep next center of the ring. Not a great first showing as a manager for Logan Drake, but I suppose it's one of those situations where very flying forearm, unpredictable environment, and kick to the midsection, roll through, kick to them again, and Caleb Adams busted open Jared Wolf, I believe. So first official defense there by Adams. Knee lift to the midsection. Stop it away. Oh god, no, just nasty work to the fingers. Not very nice. Oh god, matched ground and pound. And, just getting rushed now by Siffy into the exposed turnbuckle with Melissa exposed. Left side of the ring's no man's land. And oh my god, bang lariat. Oh god, kick right to the side of the bald head, and you'll be able to tell for sure if Sippy's been busted open. Looking in now to Scorpion Devil on Ghostman. Cinched it real tight. And Ghostman tapping out, but ladies and gentlemen, this is the last blood match, not a standard contest, so was that good for one Sippy match any other time? That's not helping there. Melissa just ghost boxing that, shadow boxing that ghost man. Sippy up to the second row. Diving elbow. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Adams has been busted open and therefore eliminated. Therefore, it'll be between Ghostman and Sippy to determine the new CCW First Blood Champion. And, well, you heard it just then, new champion will be crowned. Will it be Siffy of the Nation, or will it be Ghostman, recently of the Black Chapel? Double underhook. And, Sarah's Crowley on the outside, distracted. Distracting Siffy. One has to wonder, is Logan Drake trying to just cautiously, optimistically shove himself and align himself with the Black Chapel? Oh god, another Scorpion Deathlock, then sink down on Ghostman. He's already tapped once to Sippy. He's tapping out again, but again, I have to reiterate, it does not matter that he's tapped out to you twice, Sippy. You've not made him bleed. You have to bust open Ghostman. You have to bust open the Sky Demon if you want to be the First Blood champ. Big chop. Oh my god, Siffy's lower back just gave out on him, and Ghostman, Sling Blade. Sky Demon now to the top rope, no, to the apron. Now top rope, Springboard Frog Splash. Rolls to the outside over. A light tube from when Siffy got, well, just absolutely donked, and standing Spanish fly on the outside, and Ghostman going for the end. The Sky Demon just staring Melissa Blackwell as he waits. Oh god, twisting into the neck breaker, and now just punching, and he's done it. He's just busted open Siffy, who now returns to the center of the ring and drawn it away. And not bad for a first victory, but one does have to wonder, Siffy will probably be very, very, cognizant of it. But how do we know if Ghostmay gets busted open? Is the Sky Demon's wearing a mask? All we know is been bleeding this entire match underneath that mask. Suppose. Oh, and on the outside of the ring, Logan Drake appearing to be talking to Severus Crowley. Maybe trying to strike a deal here. Trying to become the new manager of the Black Chapel. I mean, it would be a great pull for him, I suppose, but here we go. Sky Demon Ghostman, your new CCW First Blood Champion. Now we move on to a more standard affair, as we will be seeing the Natural Arch going up against, well, someone that's kind of been a thorn in his side over in ATWE originally, but has since been consistently just a deterrent, a obstacle that the Natural just has not been able to surmount here in CCW. We're also talking about the Assassin. Ladies and gentlemen, the One Contest is a singles bout scheduled for one fall. Introducing the competitors first, cutting his way down now, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in tonight at 219 pounds, the Natural Arch. Well, he'll be very happy about a very successful mid-clash pay-per-view, but he's looking to put some salt in the wound to Pierce Perch, who just lost his Intercontinental Championship recently at the aforementioned mid-clash pay-per-view to Stuart Filson of Mr. Dalric, MTR. Of course, Filson was the winningest wrestler in, well, not the winningest, excuse me, the highest rated average rating of matches, was the highest rated wrestler for the entire A1 Classic, and as such got to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. Pierce Perch, who only had one victory in the entire A1 Classic, and it was against a man who lost to literally everyone else in his block. He wound up falling short to Stuart Wilson. He's not a happy chappy, so let's see how well this goes. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing his opponent, climbing his way down now, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in tonight at 253 pounds, he is the Assassin, Pierce Perch. And well, the Assassin versus the Natural been kind of dancing around this match really the last few weeks, but Smash Barnett and Pierce Perch in tag team competition managed to beat Arch and May. Then Pierce Perch put down May last week. Arch now looking to attempt to avenge both his own tag loss and May's singles loss last week against the Assassin, but I'm being told the winner of this match will be facing Smash Barnett next week. Or Smash Barnett and Pierce Perch was an alliance of necessity and convenience. It was one board of convenience, their union, on the first episode of Titans this season. It's not a permanent pairing. So we could very well see Arch vs Smash Barnett too, or we could see Pierce Perch vs Smash Barnett next week. and it will be to determine the #1 contender for the CCW Openweight Championship. The winner of that will go on to challenge whichever member of Destin walks away from their match next time out for that aforementioned CCW Openweight Championship. And Arch immediately putting Perch onto the apron and kicking down to the outside. Referee Minoru Takayama, a senior official presiding across this particular match. It's the natural, just reverse into crossbody on the outside. And it's diving down onto that ankle. Ramon, I honestly thought he was going to bite his boot, which, while I would have found hilarious, wouldn't have been the most effective of maneuvers. It's not got quite the same bite strength as Satay's. But the springboard misses the kip up. Knee, nobody home. Punch, slap, spinning soul butt. Now, punch, slap, knee. Kicks in midsection, and now T-bone suplex. Fisherman suplex even. As the elbow drops down on the assassin Pierce Perch, and the natural Arch saying, "I can snipe too, you bitch." Up and down, send him out. Vince has been out with that slam, though. What? Kick out. Needs the midsection. Big chop. Overhand chop. Returns to the fire. Chops galore. Goodness me. Big punch. Big slap. That's a bigger slap. It's a chop return. Chop to the. Go right across the neck. That one. And caught the slap. Faded him in. And this is just never ending. Here we go. Oh, God. The assassin Pierce Perch deciding to do some rapid fire stuff, and now falling to his feet, springboard, floats over into the inverted DDT. Moonsault into the inverted DDT. Now win for an Arch KO. Cage Tracer. The Empire Knee Strike's back. Midsection kick down, stop the way. It was like a mud hole stomping and made into it quick enough because Pierce Perch recovered just enough to get a kick of his own in. And the assassin back in control, bouncing Arch's face off the red turnbuckle bed. Lifted up, tucks his head in. Chicken Nando's kick. How you like your peri now? Back in. Floats him over for a pin. That very just defiant kick out at one. Off the ropes. Arch KO! Arch KO off the second rope. Just leaping into it. Now Pierce Perch. Just side back. That's it. Spear cuts them in half. The assassin. 1, 2, 3. And the record's being updated as we speak. It's Stetson once more picking up a victory. It's 4-1 now here in CCW. And what a record that is. The natural, well, started off well enough with 2 victories, but it's been loss after loss after loss since, thanks to the combination of, well, Pierce Perch and Smash Barnett. Well, I guess that makes it official. Smash Barnett will be challenging. well, not challenging, excuse me, we'll be fighting Pierce Perch to determine the challenger for the CCW Openweight Championship. But here is your victor once more. The natural has been put down by the assassin, Pierce Perch. Now, we get into our second of four. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, second of four. Matches for championships. As we see 3 teams. Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team Bath. Oh, excuse me, this isn't another title shot. This is a number 1 contendership match. That is the first of 2 number 1 contendership matches. The second championship match will be in the main event. Got a bit ahead of myself there, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that. Elimination will be on. It's going to make sure that it is just tables. Elimination table tag. So we'll be seeing Section 103. This is the removal squad. This is the premiere. Contendership match here. Ladies and gentlemen, one contest is a tag team, was a triple threat tag team tables elimination match. And it's to the turn in number contenders for the CCW World Class Tag Team Championship. Introducing the competitors first, climbing their way down, they are fighting at the red corner, weighing in tonight at a combined weight of 469 pounds. Matt Styles, Prince Aqua, Section 103. In Section 103, looking to get some tag team gold around their waist. Didn't quite manage to do so in the tag team escalation tournament over in ATWE, but perhaps they can do so here in CCW. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing their opponents first. Climbing their way down, now fighting out of the neutral corner, weighing in tonight at a total combined weight of 457 pounds. The team of Adam Rodway and Anthony Gatto, the Removal Squad. And making their season debut here in CCW is the Removal Squad, and making, I believe, his first ever appearance here in CCW. It's Anthony Gatto. I'm gonna go double check the Season 2 stat tracker, but that feels like a very truthful statement. Adam Rodway was 2-2 last season, but Anthony Gatto is making his CCW debut here on the Colossal. See if himself and Adam Rodway can put it together to get some gold, or at least a shot at some gold. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing the third and final team, running their way down now, being accompanied by the ATW World Champion, Andy, the A-list, representing the Premier, weighing its total combined weight of 438 pounds, the team of Ben and Gary Jackson. Ben and Gary Jackson have done well for themselves as the supporting act to the ATWE World Champion, newly crowned, of course, winning the title in a 5-way contest at Mega Clash. That championship looks designed for him, really, with the colours. Let's see if his comrades can pick up some gold in the meantime as well. To get there, they will have to win this Elimination Tag Team title match. Or Elimination Tag Team table match, excuse me. We are underway. Andy the A-list, the only person accompanying anyone to ringside, and springboard dropkick, nobody home. One does have to wonder if Eric Daniels is one of those rare select few who's not allowed into New Zealand, because we've not seen him yet here in the Colossal Sam up in northern New Zealand. Oh, dropkick to the knee. Dropkick to the chest of Gato, and the Section 103 in control. Barring Vin, even with Vin, everyone was down except for Styles and Parker for a while. You're quite alright, Ben. So you're jamming out in Fortnite. You did miss an unfortunate occurrence for yourself, but aside from that, it's been pretty hectic. We saw a 8-person tag bout which saw 4 of the friendlier faces make their appearance in the Valiant. Yeah, you missed the arch KO that preceded it. Got big kick combination. Then the arch KO from the second rope. He really loves taunting you with that maneuver. Oh god. Adam Rodway gets kind of blocked by Anthony Gato, moving Gary Jackson out the way, but he takes the bullet for Gato, and Anthony now taking advantage of Gary Jackson being just shocked and distracted. And face bounced off the exposed turnbuckle. Andy the A-list took it off, and he's now yelling at Anthony, going, "Hey, that was for Gary to use, not for you to use it on Gary. Goddamn." A very vocal ATW World Champion at ringside. As Pierce Birch is laughing in the back, Prince Aqua gets sent into the neutral corner, and Matt Styles is running around outside. Oh, hello. Big table just blocking the view, and Adam Rodway looking to hype up the king, former king. Adam Rodway was King of Ring winner at some point, right? Feels right. And if it weren't but Anthony Gato saving Adam Rodway by putting away the table, we could have seen Rodway eliminated. Kick 2. And Rodway by Prince Aqua, and now Vin's setting up a table. Anthony Gato getting another, getting kicked in the midsection. Getting the table stolen off him at least. Not just drops, down goes to removal squad thanks to Aqua, and down goes the table thanks to Gato, and down goes both Gato and Aqua thanks to Vin, goddamn. Then back on the inside of the ring, into the turnbuckle. Exposed turnbuckle, sternum first goes Matt Styles. Down goes Aqua again. Down goes the table, no, the table doesn't survive. Hell left handed to the back of Gary Jackson's head. 3 tables in the ring, 1 set up. Aqua in trouble, Matt Styles gets put down by Gary Jackson. Forte was in the ring, one set up. Into one to set up tables goes Gary Jackson, but finding out Anthony Gatto's attempts to fight, and Anthony Gatto just dived down on that table to unset itself in anger, and then it crumpling down goes Gary Jackson. Yeah, we did see Destin versus an assembled quartet of random good guys. Destin managing to win, courtesy of Hank Allen and a beautiful gut-wrench bomb. He'd been peeved because Danny Pumpkin had been doing some gut wrenches earlier in the match and looking right at him when he was doing them, and bye-bye Prince Aqua. Chokeslam through a table. Prince Aqua has been eliminated. And the removal squad not quite on the same page on how to get rid of Gary Jackson, but Gatto now going to give it a go, and Gary Jackson has been eliminated. And the removal squad odds-on favourites at the moment because both of their members still in here. Matt Styles and Vin have to work together if they want a shot at the World Class Tag Team Championships. But, oh god, Vin proven to be an idiot. Jabbing at Adam Rodway as he was about to put Matt Styles through the table from the powerbomb position. Now Matt Styles going to put Adam Rodway through. Oh, but his back gives out. His back gave out. Now Vin gets sent head first into Matt Styles. Adam Rodway, who might have been in trouble, saved. And now Anthony Gatto, not what I would have gone for if I was him, but on the outside, Matt Styles getting dropped, and Andy Ellis taking things into his own hands. Well, if you just show me which haircut, I can change it. Or if I just look at his most recent match, probably. I mean, still a good idea to upload posterity's sake anyway, but posterity. Well, Adam Rodway just absolutely murdering Vin on the outside. Andy the A-list is not happy, and Adam Rodway, he's eating. Anthony Gatto eats. Today I learned. And Adam Rodway takes down another table because, dear Lord, why wouldn't he? Deep arm drag there. Ooh, leapt in for the Hurricanrana. Oh, step up Enziguri. Oh, lower Enziguri too. Oh, he hit the Scooby-Doo. The Scooby-Doo gets hit by Vin. I've only seen Veronica Showtime hit that move. And Matt Styles tapping on the outside. Dan Rodway. But Anthony Gatto gets eliminated in the meantime. And Rodway was too distracted just tapping out Styles, and Vin puts away his tag partner. One man apiece for each unit, and oh, hello. Vin with the low blow, and Adam Rodway regretting every decision he ever made right about now. Oh, got Meteor from the top. Matt Styles grabs a hold, and a neck breaker. I just rain down punches. This is 3 submissions we've seen in non-submission matches. Ghostman, the new CCW First Blood Champion, tapped out by Siffy Scorpion Deathlock twice in that match earlier tonight, but Siffy got busted open and Ghostman did not. Now you do have to wonder if the Sky Demon can be busted open, or if he does get busted open, will it be counted, because he is wearing a mask. How are we to know? Sure, he'll be relying on that heavily. Just die with VFIs here. Oh god, big suplex. And oh, just jab into the tornado DDT. Goddamn. Then throwing Broadway into the steps. Another table being brought out. God damn. This one being set up. Matt Styles trying to chase Vin. And Vin trying to escape him by going to the top rope. And he just about leapt over Styles but gets caught by Broadway. ATWE's visionary. Had a vision of an idea but got dropped by Rodway and now might be going for a table courtesy of the former king. Big suplex for a table. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Styles and therefore section 1 of 3 have been eliminated. And these are your final two participants, Vin or Adam Rodway. Let's see, will it be Remote Squad or will it be the Premier challenging Nicole for the World Class Tag Team Championship? Off the ropes. Big Claymore. Into the table. Andy Ellis can do nothing but watch as Adam Rodway suplexes Vin through the table. And well, that's Mover Squad winning. Getting a shot at the World Class Tag Team titles. And now we're going to need to borrow their talents to remove this rubble and wreckage as we start to prepare the Hell in the Cell to lower it down. It's a bit of an awkward thing. Usually these sorts of events we saw in Mega Clash Down, we have the Scrap Trap on hand because you can only have one cell or cage-like structure suspended in the rafters, but here in the Colossal Stadium it's a bit of a smaller venue, so our cell is currently just sort of trusses there. It's perpendicular to him above. Okay, don't ruin my kayfabe. It's perpendicular to our trussing above the ring. We're going to have to get these two to clear out our ring for us whilst our very brave production staff start putting together the Hell in a Cell before they lower it. Of course, this here is a Hell in a Cell match we're about to be witnessing. It's a one-on-one. It'll be Kayla versus Veronica Showtime. It'll be 2 out of 3 falls, and it will also have 0 interferences. And because we still have them under the ring from earlier, all of the light tubes and all of the tables. Because there were just 6 light tubes underneath the ring for the first blood match, and only one ever got introduced, courtesy by Melissa Blackwell, and it was immediately used on Siffy. Because, of course, why wouldn't it immediately be used on the person, or on the, like, teammate of the person that introduced it? Oh well. You can see the Hell in a Cell now suspended above the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the contest is a 2 out of 3 falls Hell in a Cell match, and to determine the #1 contender for the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the competitors first, climbing all the way down the aisle, fighting out of the red corner, representing Stagnation Wing tonight. At 110 pounds, Kayla. And Kayla is with that madness in her eyes. As her and Veronica really have been at each other's throats back and forth recently. Now 1-1 here in CCW, but I believe it was Kayla who removed Veronica Showtime from the #1 Contenders Battle Royal over in HWE, but ladies and gentlemen, now introducing her opponent, climbing her way down now, fighting out of the blue corner, representing the nation, Veronica Showtime. And she does not look amused, but she looks like she's going to get her licks in, so to speak. She's going to put down what has in her mind been a thorn in the side. Whether or not that comes to pass, we shall see. And we're underway, referee Earl David officiating. And immediately double underhook, back breaker, springboard leg drop. And it seems that Kayla's still having Veronica Showtime's number here, trying to get that first fall immediately. Reminder, 2 out of 3 falls, and how does one? There we go. Just because of how we're set up inside of Hell in a Cell structure, we are going to be primarily watching from that angle. Camera cuts, of course, very liberally used here in CCW, so that will help keep it nice and exciting, this competition. The springboard forearm dropping Veronica Showtime, now stomping her wrist. And into a dragon sleeper. Referees there asking Veronica Showtime, managing to escape, and here we are watching drop down. Oh god, well, some good at the rear view. Gets down. She's hit it with authority, and then big, oh god, inverted atomic drop, and now leg drop, drop kick, and left feeling tender. We tend to not want to be feeling tender. Stopping the hand now, and I guess no disqualifications here inside Hell in a Cell. The only objective is to get 2 falls by pin or submission. No countouts, no disqualifications, no referee discretion allowed. Only reason that this is allowed to stop without 2 falls is if there's someone dead. And oh my god, Kilo versus Driver! Into the pin, referee's out again. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the first fall being earned by Kayla. Now, Kayla waiting for Veronica to wake up just enough to send her off the ropes. And oh, hold on. Was not anticipating that. Off the ropes. Luvaz, ground and bound. Into the pin. Referee's counting. Kick out immediately by Kayla, and back and forth we go with the striking exchange now. Chop, punch, punch, slap. These 2 ladies just trying to tear flesh from one another one at a time, and now Kayla telling her to bring it, and regrets that immediately because that one caught her on the air and she can't hear anything, but she's coping still, and so is Veronica, and both of them now into just banging away at each other's faces with the fist. Kick to midsection. Oh my no. Qualification! This is going to be a clean sweep. 1, 2, 3. You gotta be kidding me. And we're not gonna hear the end of this. You can guarantee we're not gonna hear the end of this. Springboard drop. Leg drop. Rock splash, and quite convincingly Kayla managing to dispatch Veronica Showtime. Kind of just sat here in shock at just the decisive victory there by Kayla, but I won't be the only one that's in shock, I'm sure of it. Well, that means, ladies and gentlemen, Kayla will be challenging the winner of next match. She'll be challenging for the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. She'll be fighting Joseph Anarchy. But will it just be the current champion? Or will he be a fellow challenger redeeming a rematch clause? Because Blake Bishop set to challenge next. Yeah. Not just taking it, but clean sweeping it. So we move on now to our main event of the evening. For CCW World Heavyweight Championship. Goodness me. Will Joseph Anarchy get a second advance and be one step closer to getting another overall boost, or will he lose his championship here? Ladies and gentlemen, the contest is your main event of the evening, as Ace was about scheduled for one fall for the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. And well, here comes another king. We've already seen one winner of a King of the Ring tournament emerge victorious tonight. Will we see a second? Will we see the coronation, the championship coronation of Blake Bishop here in CCW? Or will we see Joseph Anarchy defend once more, as he did for the majority of the last season here at CCW? Sean Hunter was our first CCW World Heavyweight Champion in Season 2. He was dethroned by the, thank God now retired, French gut wrench machine Henry Allen. Henry Allen lost the championship to Joseph Anarchy on the 5th Titans of Season 2. Excuse me, on the 8th Titan. No. Where the fuck? After the 8th Titans at Garden Warfare. That's where it was himself, accompanied by the entire Anarchy club at the time. He defeated Henry Allen, and from there on out, having a look through now, I do not believe he ever lost it In fact, he had a 30-minute table loser with Henry Allen, and he won 16-3 against the old man, and that's part of the reason that Henry Allen's retired nowadays. And it was 28 weeks and a multitudes of pay-per-views that Joseph Allen, 20 weeks at the very least. Across like 26, 27 shows, Joseph Allen retained and kept hold of that CCW World Heavyweight Championship in Season 2. Will he be able to continue the same here in Season 3? He doesn't have backup, but in fairness, neither does Blake. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing the competitors first. To my right, the challenger fighting out of the red corner. He was the winner of the ATWE CCW King of the Ring tournament, Blake Bishop. Ladies and gentlemen, now to my left, the champion fighting out of the blue corner. He is your current reigning and defending CCW World Heavyweight Champion, Joseph. Okay. And be remiss in not mentioning that you saw him come to the ring with it. He's also the ATWE Revolution Champion, managing to successfully defended against Senecan High Ayoi at Mega Clash in a TLC match. Blake Bishop has not competed for a fair while, so will it be ring rust comparative to Joseph Anarchy, or will it be the fresh, unbattered body of Bishop who puts down and becomes the new champion here at CCW? Of course, for those that aren't historians of the CCW brand, it was through this, the sister promotion to the ATWE company, as part of our joint King of the Ring tournament. Blake Bishop entered on the CCW side with the understanding, or the perhaps arrogant opinion, that he was going through the easier path. And whilst CCW certainly is a sister promotion, a smaller and not as well fleshed out promotion, one could say, to ATWE. When Blake eventually won the King of the Ring tournament, he elected to not challenge directly for a CCW belt, but rather he wound up challenging Daydreamer for the ATWE World Championship in a very spectacular effort, shall we say. Spectacular in so much as that Caleb Adams should never be trusted to be a manager. The only thing I've seen Caleb Adams do right is beat Joseph Anarchy somehow and bust him open and revive a championship that we thought had been rendered defunct. It certainly wasn't on my bingo list to have Caleb Adams in the CCW Championship, the First Blood Championship, as he drive-by knee, flying by with that springboard knee. Oh god, forearm. Another forearm. Sling blade. Nice combination of offense here by Anarchy. Instant burn, perhaps going to get an easy win. 1, 2, kick out. Anarchy's had an interesting go of it here in Season 3 of CCW. Of course, sneezing from the other side of the house. Christ. Oh my god, fastball. Oh, fastball, excuse me. 1, 2, kick out at 2. I forgot my score, but it's not a fastball. Fastball's the bunch, but just out of nowhere. Goodness me. Oh, it's getting free just like that, but Blake Bishop, there's the fastball. Into the bag. 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, UCCW World Heavyweight Champion Caleb Adams kinda screwed over Blake in his challenge for the ATW World Championship, but Caleb Adams wasn't here to ruin it for him as he challenged for the CCW World Heavyweight Championship, and it worked out beautifully. And wowzers, it's been a very hot and cold run here in Season 3, but Joseph Anarchy defeated Jesus Diaz in his first appearance, the first defense of that title, in a very perhaps underwhelming match. Lost to Caleb Adams inexplicably last week, and now losing to Blake Bishop. With that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have. Your new CCW World Champion, the World Heavyweight Championship now belonging to Blake Bishop. Just as confused as I am, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I've been, well, me, you've been you, and we'll see you next time from the Colossal.